Let me know when you're ready, Such. You ready? Well, you got to turn your. There you go.
Now I am.
There we go.
All right.
Joe?
Yes.
Rolling.
Fratelloni's Hardware and Garden Stores brings you Garage Logic Podcast number 1142, August 31st, 2023. 94 degrees during the fair on this day in 1907 and 40 degrees on this day in 1974. The swimming season is still here. It's still going to last. Look at the weekend forecast. I hope you've kept your swimming beach free of weeds and algae and unwanted crud with the products of Aquaside, a White Bear Lake company. The products are made in White Bear. They're easy to use. They work quickly. I've seen it myself. They're approved by all the proper approvers. And here's what you do. Take your cell phone down to the old swimming hole or the beach. Call Aquaside. Tell them what you're looking at, what you want to get rid of, and they'll get you the right products. Your beach will look great the rest of the year. 1-800-328-9350 or go to aquaside.com.
Hail the flashlight king.
And now, from the mayor's office, above the boathouse on the east shore of Spoon Lake, it's Garage Logic with Rookie on production, Chris Reavers, director of social media, John Hyde in the newsroom, and occasionally Kenny from the Krabby Coffee Shop. Here is your flashlight king, fireworks commissioner, and keeper of common sense, your mayor, Joe Souchere.
Hello, GLers. Please welcome Renee Alexander. She succeeds Jerry Hammer as, what is the official title?
The official title is CEO.
CEO of the Minnesota State Fair. Renee, you're here for one reason.
I'm afraid.
You're here for one reason. To give your approval to renaming the Creative Activities Building the Marjorie Johnson Creative Activities Building.
I plead the fifth on that, Joe.
You know Marjorie.
I do. Who does? I mean, if you can't be part of the fair and not know Marjorie.
Oh, boy. Now,
she's amazing.
I have correspondence and evidence dating prior to your ascendancy to the CEO position from former State Senator Dave Osmick, who, disappointingly enough, never got a return call from Hammer. He was probably too busy doing his exit interview. But we have you here now, and you're here for one reason. And can you tell us what such a name change, is it plausible, and what has to happen?
That's an interesting one. I've been asked a lot this fair what surprises me. This surprises me.
Okay. All right.
There's, Marjorie's got a long history here, but I
more
think,
than 50 years.
Yeah, more than 50 years. But she have a nice check to write for a naming rights for a building.
Jeez, you're in the job for 10 minutes. You're already looking for money.
No, I'm just kidding.
I also think that a street or a statue would be fine, but
we'll
Joe,
take anything.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I think
we'll
building makes
we'll
sense.
take that into consideration as we plan for the future.
But the thing is, we're going to have to...
this is on tape, so I have you saying that.
I understand
Locked
that.
in.
We've got to get this done.
You got me on tape as opposed to Jerry that just got it.
And we're going to hold this to you, and we've got to get this done before next year's fair.
I mean, she's 104,
I said I would
Renee.
take it into consideration.
Renee, how
She
long
is.
can you afford to take it into consideration? She's 104.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
I
And
hope
she was
that
here yesterday live.
Right, yeah. I mean, I hope I'm in that great a shape when I'm 104.
I think we pretty much promised Marjorie that it was going to happen.
Yeah, we did.
We did. So,
We did.
yeah.
Thank you very much.
And Marjorie, Renee, I got news for you. You won't make it to 104 unless you come through with this.
Wow. Joe's turned into a mafia.
Hey, it's a mob action, all right?
How you doing?
Violence right off the bat.
Are you enjoying
Wow.
this, Renee?
It's amazing. I mean, I have been at the fair. I've got more than 20 years of experience here. So I started as an intern back in 1989, worked for Jerry Hammer for a little while in publicity, and then, I've been here as a deputy general manager of entertainment and marketing for 18 years. So
Are you a Twin Cities gal?
I am. I lived for 16 years in Highland Park. I was right over by Cretin High School for a long time. So
Go Raiders.
And dangerously close to, the Nook.
Did you go to Cretin-Dare Mall?
I did not. No, I actually grew up in Coon Rapids.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And then when I was working at the fair, I
Moved
was
in.
a St. Paul girl.
All right.
Yeah.
And what have you found to be the biggest takeaway? You're brand new to this, even though you've been here for all these years.
Sure.
As you walk around, what astonishes you? What concerns you? What do you think has happened?
You know, I think that the thing that never ceases to amaze me is how much people love this place.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, people are here having a good time, and our vendors are, I mean, everyone is just pitches in and does what they can to make this the best place it
Mm-hmm.
possibly can. So I think just the level of support and resources and excitement and love that people have for this place, I mean, what a gift.
Mm-hmm. You have people following you around to keep you on time for your various appointments. I take it your time with
People
us.
is strong. We'll say one.
Oh, yeah, that's people.
Yeah, but she's pretty feisty. I've worked with her for a long
Right?
time.
I know.
That's
Be-
people.
Be afraid. Yeah, it is like having a team.
I want you to take this document,
Right.
which is the unanswered email from Dave Osborne, who's the head of the Senate. And what should I do next? Should I call you December-ish?
Yeah, that sounds great. I think
You better have the right
Yeah.
answer.
I will have an answer.
You got to have the right answer. She is a champion. I don't
She
think
is-
anyone's
she
more
is a
no one's
state
won.
treasure.
No one's won more ribbons than her at the state fair.
You know, Sucha would help. Maybe you slip her a little cash.
No, it's not how it works.
$1,000.
We'll take
$5,000.
No.
we'll take a street name. We'll take a statue. we'll take the renaming of the building.
We will take it under consideration.
Because here's the thing, Renee. If you decide not to, then what we're going to have to do is change this building into the Marjorie
There-
Johnson building, and then Joe won't be able to do the show from the state fair
That's
anymore.
a good idea. That is a
I think
great
that
idea.
works out great. Yeah.
Renee, best of luck to you in this new job.
Thank you so much.
I
Really
think it'll be
appreciate
fun.
it.
I think you'll have
And
fun.
yeah, it's a great honor and a humbling responsibility. That's for sure.
What do you do? Work the fair and then take about 6 months off?
Yep. Yeah, it's a 1 month job. Yeah, that's it. Where I just came from a meeting where we're already working on next year. So,
Really?
oh yeah.
When?
I've already got an artist booked for the grandstand for
Wow.
2024.
You're kidding.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Who is
and
it?
Can you tell
like,
us?
Do not ask. Do not ask.
When
Okay.
is the last time you stepped your feet off of the state fairgrounds?
I go home every night.
Oh, you do? Okay,
Yeah,
got
I
it.
do.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm sleeping at home in my
Okay.
own bed.
You're not like an NFL coach who has to sleep in the office.
No, I'm
You're
not.
okay.
I'm not.
Thank you very much, young lady. It was very nice to meet you.
Thank you for having me,
and
sir.
you've got a big job ahead of you.
Indeed.
No
Very-
pressure.
It just
No
got
pressure.
big. It just got bigger.
Yes, it did. All right. Thank you. Renee
Thanks.
Alexander is the new head of the state fair. All complaints must be filed with Renee Alexander. Thank you very much. Nice to see you. I have a contest for the GLers.
Uh-oh.
And none of you guys answer. Please. None of you guys answer. The winner gets this fabulous new Failed Academy t-shirt.
Oh boy.
All right. It's a contest to reward the loyalty of GLers who arrive and stand here at this wonderful crowd of Gumption County residents today. Here's the contest. This is also a test of GLers, how they follow the news in their
Okay.
lives.
Oh, yeah.
Every year, out of the country of Spain come two photographs that routinely make the newspapers. One, of course, is the running of the bulls.
That was my answer.
All right. What is the other one? Who said that? We got a microphone here. Let's not just belt it out. If you want the T-shirt, get up here. The what?
Tomatoes.
Come on, sir, you win. I can't believe you guys are that quick.
I
Joe,
was
what
gonna
about
say
the
tomatoes.
what about the 20 other people that answered
Yeah.
correctly?
That's too bad.
Warmest personal
Wow.
regards.
Warmest personal regards.
Highest respect.
Thank you. What's your name? Paul. I didn't think anybody'd get that.
Thought you were going to milk that for 5
I
10
thought
minutes.
I had.
Well, we got to go to a break now.
Next
Yes.
topic. Next topic.
You should know your audience
Here's the
better
picture
than that.
from today's Wall Street Journal.
Tomatoes?
The Minneapolis paper had one. The St. Paul paper had a picture made available to them. I'm sure it was a space problem. They didn't run one. But every year, you get, it's not that big of a deal, is it? A tomato
No,
fight.
it's not. It's not. Running of the bulls is, yes. but
Especially
tomato.
when you consider the origins of it was a bunch of school kids 50 years ago or whatever, throwing tomatoes at each other.
If they want to impress
Is that
me,
it? That's it?
Such, do them both at the same time.
There you go.
Yeah,
That
throw
would be fun.
tomatoes at the bulls.
Oh.
And no, at the people running from the
Yeah,
bulls.
at the people.
That
you
would
always
be
see
awesome.
Make that street nice and slippery, like a little
Yeah.
piece of ice.
You always see some 18-year-old American drunk gored, justifiably gored by
Right.
the bull.
Well, you know, you lose a few.
Did you see
gonna happen.
Did you see the news yesterday? The guy in Texas driving with a bull in the passenger seat of his car, and the horn sticking up out of the roof. And
It's
Yeah.
In his
Texas.
car?
It's Texas. I guess you got to
Texas.
move the bull.
Yeah.
Maybe he was just hunting.
I have a note,
We don't have a cow.
rookie. I have a note from Rocket's Red Glare.
Rocket's Red Glare, saying what?
Fireworks queen.
I remember.
Back in the day. She's going to be here tomorrow. And remember, she has a spam connection. She's an Austin gal.
Let's welcome her to the show
She's
tomorrow.
going to wear her vintage spam attire tomorrow. And she signs her note, yours in spam, Rockets. Now we'd have to go back to the show notes. We could find it. Who was the original fireworks queen? It could have been Rockets.
Yeah, I'll check on that and see what. I
sure
wonder
you
when
will.
we started.
I'm sure you will.
Yes.
Did you know there's a spam booth right over here?
I did see that.
Right there.
I did see it. Anybody see the blue moon last night?
Boy, did I
Wasn't
ever.
that
yes.
a beauty?
Gorgeous.
Now, it's not blue. It's called blue.
Every
because
once in a while.
You get 2 in 1 month. And I think that phrase, once in a blue moon, I think it comes from that. You know, it's a rare event. You get the blue moon. And it was
interesting.
gorgeous. Wasn't it just gorgeous?
It was, yeah. Saw through the trees. Just, lovely.
You sing, maybe it inspired you to write a song about it?
There's
or-
already Blue Moon. There's already
Oh,
a
that's
song
true,
about
that's
Blue
true.
Moon.
That's right.
Da-da-dee-dee-dee.
Rook, tell us again what's coming up today.
Well, after you burn through that interview in 5 minutes,
Well, they told me back there she has no time.
I thought it was going to be about 15-minute or there.
Well.
just chit-chatting
Yeah.
Hey,
about
how are you?
smartly. We are going to have a visit from Greg Carnes, the Pronto Pup guy. He runs the chain of Pronto Pups and is a sponsor of the show. And
I had one for breakfast.
Do
I
we
had
get
the
to
Papa
meet?
Pup
Do we get to meet the Dairy Queen today?
tomorrow.
That's tomorrow. The Princess K of the Milky Way
Prince-
will be here
Princess
tomorrow
K, all right.
in the 1 o'clock hour. And then today, Doris will be by with a cow at 1 o'clock.
Another cow.
Or, I'm sorry, an animal. I
Right,
don't know what
today's
state
state
fair
fair
animal,
animal.
she will bring by.
So if you read between the lines, it sounds like we have plenty of time for John Heights news today.
I think so.
Yeah.
Well,
That's what
Well,
I'm
he
hearing.
should have
No,
a-
wait
a
now.
week's worth.
Now, remember, we talked about this Tuesday. I had to do a different show this morning with you, Mr. Olson.
That's
and
not my fault.
So I haven't had much time. I just have a little bit of news today.
Are you aware of the tragic announcement at the Minnesota State Fair?
No,
What?
Did not hear this. What happened?
It's terrible.
What happened?
The space tower's down.
Oh, yes, I did. I saw
That's
that.
that's in the very little news I have.
Yeah,
Oh, good.
the space tower has experienced an electrical failure.
Yeah.
And they can't get the parts for it. It's done for the year.
Closed for the fair, yep.
Have you ever ridden the space tower?
I love the
Hell
space
no.
tower.
You
No,
have not?
I have not.
I have. Are you kidding?
No.
Oh,
I
love
have,
the
and
space
my
tower.
wife thought it was a good idea, and I do too. They should open it every once in a while on a weekend, maybe a fall weekend, to see the trees that are changing colors, just as a moneymaker, a fundraiser.
Well, could they throw up an extension ladder and just have you crawl up there anyway?
It was built in 1964,
Apparently not.
and I believe we have a family that owns it. Who are these people that own the space title? Gretchen, somebody.
Keep reading, I'll find out.
Gretchen Cantor.
Okay.
She is part of the family. She and her husband Errol bought the space tower. It's never let them down. Get it? Never let them
Hey.
Hey,
down.
yeah.
It was an accident that they bought the space tower, Gretchen said. She was in engineering with Northwestern Bell at the time, and she and her husband thought they would buy a concession stand when she learned they were the new owners of a 330-foot ride. She went to work and taught herself everything she could about space towers.
What do you mean? It sounds like she didn't know they were buying it.
It's a poorly written story, Kenny. I can't help you. Journalism isn't what it used to be.
Was it a situation where, give us $300,000 and we'll sell you something we don't know what it is?
Yeah.
And then they pawn this piece of crap off on them.
Yeah. Well, the problem is it's got the original 1964 electronics.
Well,
So that means every time you've gone up in that thing, you've been taking your life in your hands, right?
yeah.
And now the kids run it, and their kids are a pilot and an attorney. But for 12 days each year they run the space tower.
Can you imagine?
They get 7,000 people on a good
the
day.
loss of income.
Oh, my word. Holy mackerel.
That's got to be devastating.
I have no idea what it costs to ride the space tower, but I bet it ain't $1. You know, if it's what if it was $5? That's 35 grand a day if you get a good
$5?
good day.
Is it?
Is
Yeah,
it $5?
$5.
Well, that's a hell of a.
$5.
That's a nice deal, isn't it? It runs on 2 DC monitors, which are located at the top of the ride. Occasionally, one of the brothers has to climb the ladder all the way up to do a safety check. Oof. I would not do
Nope.
that well. I would not do that well.
That's what you get interns for.
All right. So, there was a time when a guy walked a tightrope from the 4-H building to the space
Okay,
tower.
I would pay to see that.
His name was, he was an aerialist named Jay Cochran.
How'd that end?
He made it. There's
Okay.
no report of violent death here or
All right.
anything like that.
All right.
The only time the ride ever got stuck before is when a squirrel had a close encounter with the transformer and knocked out power to half the fairgrounds.
A squirrel.
How do you find a dead
takes down the
squirrel?
fair.
Not a problem.
So good luck to the Cantor family. I'm sure they'll get, well, not this year, I'm afraid. They have to wait till next year.
They
And,
lose Monday, Sunday.
They lose some
Saturday,
income,
Friday.
but that's how you play the game in the big city.
That's the risk.
When you're in a big state fair, anything can happen.
Yes.
You know, I thought yesterday walking out of here, do you realize, I bet many
Did you not
people
see that?
remember this, you used to be able to park on the streets
Yes.
in the fairground.
In high school. When I was
Remember
in high
that?
school.
Remember
as
that?
late as 87.
Staff, anyone?
I
As
know.
late as 87.
Really?
I
The
don't-
media
Yes.
lot was on the grounds. We had to drive through people to get in and out of here.
But you could park your 55 Ford right there.
yeah, it wasn't that
know.
long ago.
Sir, you've been standing patiently, and you are.
Joe Bardish,
Hi, Joe.
the original fireworks queen,
Yep.
Blaze of Glory,
Blaze of Glory.
Renee Jones.
Renee Jones.
Do you remember what year that was?
Oh boy.
Yeah, I do.
No.
It would have been about 97 or 98.
Okay.
How do you remember
How do you know that, Joe?
She plays volleyball with our group.
Oh, yeah?
She's a good friend. She gave me this hat so when they were in Alaska. So
So, Blaze of Glory is number 1.
yes.
Blaze of Glory. All right. Rocket's Red Glare must have been second.
Is Blaze of Glory still having bottle rocket fights and Roman candle wars and
No, you
doing the
just,
fun stuff?
you just find her at the craft beer.
Holding up the
places.
bar, yeah.
Is that a fast volleyball game, Joe?
No.
Okay.
This thing.
That's a hat.
Yeah. Stay calm.
Yep.
Play dead.
Oh,
That-
okay.
That's my volleyball theme.
Okay.
Play
okay.
dead.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Blaze
Rockets,
of Glory.
Red Glare
Blaze of Glory was,
was
number
the first
1.
one. Yeah.
Rockets.
Rockets, Red Glare.
Who was
coming
number
tomorrow.
3?
I don't know, Chris. Was there a number 3?
Not sure.
Yes.
I bet there was.
Yeah, there was.
Say,
That was a very tough competition to win at.
Was it?
you know, I make this mistake about 3 times a year.
You do.
What's that?
I went too fast.
Yep.
Yeah.
About 3 times a year that happens.
I'd like you to slow down a little
Where
bit.
I just gush it out.
Yep. Yep.
You know.
So
Oftentimes
it's-
on this stage.
Are you saying maybe it is time for John Heights News?
Well, there's going to
Oh,
be
already, huh?
there's going to be news today.
Yeah, not much.
What a lovely day at the fair. Holy mackerel.
Yes.
Just perfect. Beautiful temperatures, and clear skies, sunny, nice breeze.
Haven't smelled any weed yet.
I have not smelled
No
weed.
I have.
Have
Although
you?
I see one of the bosses is here, so that could change any second.
That's the sounder if we smell weed.
We have another question from the audience.
Yes,
apparently.
sir.
Joe, I can give you a little background on the Space Needle. As a kid, my father was an engineer for Burroughs, and his friend Breedy,
Yeah.
Mr. Breedy, you see the Breedy Enterprises down here by the Nabisco building?
I haven't, but yes.
He owned the Space Needle,
Oh.
the Sky Ride, the Pronto Pup stands, the beer garden,
Wow.
and the merry-go-round.
All of it.
So as a child, Dad would take me here, and we'd park right in the beer garden.
Yep.
And he would keep Mr. Breedy, I'm not sure how to say the name, brass cash registers running.
Yeah.
They used to have brass cash registers,
Yeah.
and since my dad was an engineer way back, he rebuilt them for this eccentric guy, and he would want to use them at the fairgrounds every year. So
I contest only one thing you said. He did not own the Pronto Pups. That's a family.
That's the Carnes family.
The Carnes family.
Maybe it was a
owned
corn dog. Maybe it was a corn
Maybe it
dog.
was a different kind of hot dog in some dough, right?
I was very small, Joe.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good recollection, though.
Because Pronto Pups are the official food on a stick
That's right.
for Garage Logic. They've been here since 1947. I told you some of the memories I have, and I threw in Pronto Pups because they're here. They've been here
Are you okay?
during my entire
You having a
lifetime.
stroke? One of your eyes, you've been looking at me with one eye closed. Is everything okay with
Why
you?
don't you shut the hell up?
He's back.
He's okay. Everything's fine.
It's the wiener done in a bun,
Huh?
and Reavers had one for breakfast.
He
Yep.
did. I saw him.
Still owned and operated by Greg and Wayne Carnes, two great GLers, and there are 8 locations throughout the fairgrounds. And support Pronto Pups. It's the official food on a stick in Garage Logic, and still a great value. As prices really rise throughout the fairgrounds, Pronto Pups are still a bargain. Pronto Pups, it's Minnesota State Fair's original food on a stick.
You look like Popeye. What's wrong with you? Well, your one eye was the other one. The other was closed the whole time. Oh, Jim's here. Jim's here. Jim's not at work. Jim is here. Jim, did you send out an email alerting staff that you're going to be here? All right, thank you.
Thanks for the data. Good to meet you.
Never mind all that. Thirsty stuff. Everyone be cool. I'm ready. Okay. Hello? John, are you ready?
That's how we know everything's okay.
We're back to
The non-stop stream of hurtful comments coming from. Yes.
Johnny. Oh wait, Johnny needs a little.
Hello.
All right. I'm gonna do a liner again, Johnny.
Okay.
Hey, make sure to head on over to the Hire a Pro GL merchandise shop and check out all of this year's State Fair merchandise. And while you're there, you can pick up a Garage Logic 30-year anniversary map, and you can help support Rookies charity, Second Stork.
Not just a newsman. Bong, bong.
Positive Thursday at Garage Logic, brought to us by Schoonover Body Works and Auto Care, celebrating its 85th year in business. Grandpa Red started
Look at
it.
this.
Oh, you've got Scooney's T-shirt on. Excellent. Good
Nice.
job.
Yep.
1938 is when Red started it in St. Paul. Still going strong. 1060 County E in Shoreview, servicing us GLers with everything automobile related. But the Schoonover family is also running Play for Patrick, the heart screening foundation that's helping our youth and their families with screenings, of which we have another one coming up here in a few weeks in Plainview, Elgin, and Millville. Registration now open for the screening. It's September 9th. All youth 14 to 24 are invited. The screen includes blood pressure checks, EKGs, echocardiograms, and consultations with Mayo cardiologists. All the volunteers, thanks to Mayo, they're all filled, all those positions filled. But we still need parents and kids in the Rochester area to sign up for the screening. Play for Patrick, they've found a lot and saved a bunch of kids already that had heart-related issues. The screening open to all people, 14 to 24. Listen to this. Since 2015, they've conducted 29 screenings on 5,000 people, found 292 with abnormal.
Not 29 screenings. There has to be more than 29.
That's what it says. Only 29
29 screens, so 29
29
efforts.
they have found.
on 5,000
Yes.
people.
I
They
see.
found 292 with abnormal electrical defects. You have some sort of defect going today.
Something.
I'm not sure if it's electrical. Anyway, this one coming up September 9th. It's in Plainview, the Elgin Millville School. You can get registered, save a life. You can sign up via the website, playforpatrick.org. And if you need anything auto-related, you've got to go with the official body shop and auto care of GL, schoonoverbodyworks.com.
Sir?
I love the crowd participation portion today.
Right. You're on the microphone, sir.
All right, good afternoon. How you doing, Joe?
Good. You are?
Bill.
Bill, what can I do for you?
Well, I had a question for you.
Yeah.
My wife and I enjoy your pieces in the Sunday paper.
Right.
Pioneer Press. We haven't seen you for quite a while, and I was wondering if you're too controversial, if they canceled you, or what's going on.
No, I just took July and August off from that job, and I'm returning next week.
Excellent. Look forward to reading you
All
then.
right, thank you.
Thank
Are you going to write about us?
Yeah, did you finally write about
Yeah,
Rookie?
it's going to be all about you guys.
Never mentions me in his
That's
column.
nice.
Anybody
All
else
about
have
you
any
guys.
questions? Crowd participation is very large on Positive Thursday.
Oh,
Step
here we
right up
go.
to the mic.
Here we go.
Hey, Joe, Diane.
Hi.
I was listening to the podcast at Chaska, Chanhassen.
Right.
You guys did. You said it was your last fair. Say it's not so.
It's not so.
Okay.
We'll be here tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. We're here tomorrow. We're discussing that, but
Yes, sir. You have a question.
this. I have right here the age-old signs of a harsh winter,
Uh-oh.
No.
according to the Farmer's Almanac. I
Why are
thought
you
it-
bringing up winter?
Well, I thought it would be fitting with these hot days coming up. Maybe,
Okay.
maybe you'd like to hear some of these.
The fact that he's going to the Old Farmer's Almanac, Matthew, is on you.
This is not on me.
This is on
This
you.
is not on me.
This is your fault.
I
This
think
is not on
Jordy
me.
sent me this. Thicker onion and corn husks. And do we have any rural people in the Gumption County crowd today? Pretty much all from the
Okay.
Sustainable Urban Core. Coexisting woodpeckers on a tree. That's a harsh sign of winter, Matt.
Coexisting
Well,
woodpeckers
I
on
would
the same
I would
tree.
say that two woodpeckers working on the same area. That's a bad sign.
Well, how are the bugs moving around in the tree if it's winter? It's,
Snowy owl's premature arrival.
Oh,
That's a bad sign, John.
yeah.
Did you know
Arrival
that?
from
That's a-
where?
That's a terrible sign.
Up from
Yeah,
the
where,
river.
where do they come
Where are they
from?
coming
Up from
from?
the river.
Oh.
Early departure of geese and ducks. Has anyone seen that?
No, they're still
no,
around.
they're everywhere.
Plenty of them.
Mostly out in North Dakota, but yeah, they're around.
Monarch butterflies premature migration.
It was last week I saw a ton of them in a field.
Really?
Yeah.
If
Were they going anywhere?
No, they were hanging out.
Oh, that's
when
a-
John was here from the Raptor Center, and Two Dogs was here with the tortoise. They were both explaining how horrible the geese poop problem is and how contagious or how bad it is.
It's a big problem, Matt.
Then why are we letting these geese around here just flow freely and not containing
animals
them?
are more important than humans.
You know, there's a butterfly center here on the fairgrounds. You go in this big building that's screened in. There's butterflies everywhere.
I've seen it all my life.
Never
been in there.
I can tell you what you don't do when you get in there.
What?
Don't start swatting them.
Okay.
They do not like that.
Yeah.
They're not digging that?
What?
Hi, Greg.
We have a guest joining us here at the
I'm
Mercy
gonna,
State
let
Fair.
me pause
We've got
this.
Yeah, you hang on to
the
all
famous
that.
or
Pretty good
infamous
stuff.
Carnish Brothers.
Just
How
a
are
minute
you?
here. All right. Which Carnish brother am I looking at? Is that Greg?
Thank you.
Greg and who? Waco Wayne? Hi, Waco. Yeah. Look at they brought ketchup and mustard and a carton, a plastic tub of Pronto Pups. All right, now let's go here. We got to get. Oh, Reavers, you've already had one.
We got to schedule.
Can't
the
stop.
Mustard is the correct condiment. Is that correct, Greg?
Yeah, it was. It's originally.
Rookie, fix Greg's microphone. Or Kenny will.
Got it? How's
Yeah.
that sound, Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. The original franchise agreements called for plain or mustard.
Yep.
And then after about, like 50 some years, when the corn dogs started coming onto the scene,
Yep.
and people, they were catering towards kids, they put a lot of sugar in their batter.
Mm-hmm.
So the kids wanted ketchup. And so people started coming to the Pronto Pup stands, getting plain Pronto Pups, then taking them to other vendors.
All right.
You know, that's a long answer.
Let's break this down. It's Greg and Wayne, right?
Yes, that's
Let's break this down. In 1947, people ate completely differently than they do today. Would you agree?
Like at the fair or overall?
Overall.
Yeah.
So that when you came to the fair, was it an odd situation to see such a confection as a Pronto Pup?
It was a phenom. I mean, no one in the country.
You weren't doing this at home.
No, that started in Portland, Oregon,
Yeah.
back in 1942, actually.
Okay.
By my father, and then, the main person was George Boyington, Ace Pappy Boyington, the fighter
yeah?
pilot.
Yeah.
Ace Pappy Boyington's brother George and my dad got together. George came up with the idea. My dad was the marketing guy behind it.
Yeah. Were either of them cooks?
No, my dad was somewhat, but no, not chefs or cooks by trade. They got out of the Merchant Marines together.
But I mean, if you could go back in a time capsule and walk on the fairgrounds in 1947, would you have seen a French fry stand?
The majority of the food back then were dining halls.
Dining halls,
The-
okay.
The churches, the Lions Club, they all had. There's still a dining hall up
Right.
on the north end and the Epiphany and things like that. The majority of the food here was all dining halls.
It wasn't pork chops on a stick, and
No.
it wasn't Rainbow Deluxe this and that.
In fact, nothing was on a stick until Pronto Pups came to the fair.
That's right. It's the first food on a stick.
Right.
Now, are you guys at every fair in the country?
No, Pronto Pups, we are not personally, but Pronto Pups have a presence at a lot. I think last time we checked, there's 33 of the 50 states were still franchised.
Right.
So it's got a good foothold.
Are you guys the franchisees?
Yes, for Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, Northern Iowa, and Western Wisconsin.
Well, that's a good question. Then how do you balance all of the different county fairs and everything else that goes along in the planning purposes?
Comes into
of that?
central headquarters. You
Yeah,
get-
Portland, Oregon.
Yeah.
All we take care of is our area.
Gotcha.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's in Portland?
That's where the main office is.
The national office.
The national.
The city desk.
The building even has a Pronto
Right.
Pup on top.
Now, do you two guys, your brothers, your dad's not with us anymore.
No, neither's my mother.
Right. But do you guys come to the fair every day?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Absolutely.
You're
Yeah.
checking on the goods?
I'm here every morning anywhere between 5, 4 in the morning, and I'm here till normally 6 or 7, and then Greg is here from mid-afternoon till 8 or 9.
And you're doing what?
Well, we're bringing in. We have a hot dog trailer down on the west where we store our hot dogs.
All right.
Because our cooler up at where the plant is only holds so many pallets, so every day we have to restock it. Then we make the batter up at the across from the ballpark.
Yep.
Cafe there.
Yep.
Our main commissary.
So this is hands-on for you guys.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
You're not just walking around.
Yeah, we've been brought up through the business, so we could jump in any spot that we need to if we had to.
How many Pronto pups on a good day would be sold at the state fair?
I'm going to say, oh boy, it could be like 50, 60,000.
Holy crap.
A day?
Now, you just said that on the air, so the concessions manager is doing his tabulations and will be stopping by at 11 o'clock.
I would have cut that a little.
Hey, Joe, I did.
Yeah, you don't want to be
Joe,
truthful about
I'm sure the
that
Department
number.
of Rev guy is right around the corner.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Joe, by the way, I was at your 30th anniversary.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just can't get it right, but I've been trying to do my hair like yours was on stage that night.
Yeah, well, forget it. I mean,
Well, at least you combed yours, Greg.
I've given up.
At least you combed yours.
I've completely given up. Boys, I remember it from when I was a kid. I remember certain things about the fair, and Pronto Pups is one of them. And again, it has to go back to the fact that it was such a novelty. That you
truly
didn't see
was.
anything like that.
My father's his purpose was, he said, people come to the fair to see the fair.
Right.
They don't come to see me.
Right.
But if I could figure out a way to put a hot food item on that they can walk around and eat while they're seeing the fair, that would be a winning combination. So, sure enough.
But think of the way people ate. They went in dining halls
sat,
and had formal meals.
Meatballs and
roast
mashed
beef
potatoes.
and gravy
Yeah,
and
chicken.
potatoes.
Turkey and dressing.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, Robinson's Diner.
Robbinsdale.
We're in that old building. We bought the old Robbinsdale Diner building and converted it into our new current commissary. That was there since 1937.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I think there's one dining hall left, right?
I think it's the Hamlin Diner.
The Hamlin.
Yeah, and I believe
one
that
up the very north end by the
right in the
Energy
main
Building.
Dan Patch and Underwood.
That's for the people who call lunch dinner.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, the old
or how about supper?
supper.
And supper comes at 5 p.m.
Supper is 5. I have supper.
Yeah.
But I don't have dinner.
Lunch is at 9 a.m. and 3 p.m.
Yeah. Well, guys, best of luck to you. It's fun. It's
Yeah.
really fun.
Joe,
And I'm glad you're with us.
Satisfied customer.
Well, there's two more for you right here, Rook. Joe, we really enjoyed being part of the
Good. I'm glad.
the
I'm
fair
glad.
and the show, and so we're looking for a nice long-time relationship.
Well, it's the official food on a stick of
That's
Garage
right.
Logic.
yeah, we love it.
And 8 locations on the state fairgrounds.
Yeah. Now we got to get the Euphorians to start.
Our
flowing
favorite
out.
kind of clients are the clients that are with us 12 months out of the year, just to keep your name out in front.
Yeah, right.
Get more value for your dollar that
Joe, let's
way.
just say it was a good thing I was at that 30th anniversary, because I learned a lot about these guys that I never knew about.
We'll occasionally invite you to a Twins game. The seats are horrible, but you get in free.
You got it, Kenny.
And sometimes you go on a boat ride. It's a little 12-foot old Miro craft with a 3-horse Johnson.
Is that
but hell,
Joe's?
yeah, it's a boat ride.
No, I'm done with. I don't have that anymore.
No more Marine Division.
Greg and Wayne, really great, and we're happy. And I see people walking around eating Pronto Pups all day long.
Yeah, thanks, Joe.
Yeah,
Really
thank you,
appreciate
guys.
You guys started
Thanks
the
for inviting
stick
us.
craze. That's what
Yeah.
blows
Yeah.
me away.
Yeah. And now everything's on the stick.
Everything.
Yeah, no
Yep.
kidding. Hey, Joe, sometime we'll talk nuts and bolts about the concessions today compared to the concessions of the past.
I'd love to.
It's quite a contrast.
Yeah, I'd love to.
You know.
Let's do it.
Is the
Yeah.
concessionaires these days, are they basically professional and are going place to place?
I don't know that, but I can tell you this much. The idea in the concession industry is that you only have a small window of opportunity.
Yep.
It's not a year-round job.
Right.
And even in that small window, you might get rainy days, hot, humid days. So the object is to be streamlined. My dad's goal was always to put a Pronto Pup over the counter every 12 to 15 seconds.
Really?
And we've achieved that. And now you look at these new items that come out here. You order something, and 7 minutes later you get it because they're flouring it up, fluffing it up, dressing it up. My dad would be rolling over in his grave if he saw what they just don't know the business and how it works.
Well, for example, a pork chop on a stick. Those aren't just ready, are they?
No, they cook them, but they cook them. They've got their pros.
Yeah.
They got their system streamlined.
They got it figured out.
What Greg's trying to say is people don't want to stand in line for
We
half
want
an hour.
instant gratification.
Well, but that makes sense
and
at the
keep
fair.
the line moving quickly.
Well, another thing my dad always said, he says, Greg, people don't mind standing in a line. they'll stand in line for an hour as long as every 10, 12 seconds they take another step forward.
Yeah.
Right, as long
He
as
says
it's moving.
he knew so much about how this whole thing works and how to be successful in it.
Yeah.
And it's just that these new people nowadays don't quite have that concept down.
Right.
You know.
And a lot of the new vendors here are more on the line of the food truck concept,
Yep.
where they're not pushing stuff over the counter every few seconds. You've
Right.
got to order, and then they've got to put the plate together and
Yep.
all of that. And that's not what fair concessions really are, but it's working in there. It's good.
Did you guys ever hear the story of Don Riley, who was an old sports writer
Yeah,
in St.
I
Paul?
remember.
And he had a concession called chow cones, where it was chow mein, hot chow mein in a cone.
Yeah.
Well, the first guy that got one, the thing burst, went all over his.
Just
and so
melted the cone.
The dry cleaning bills drove him out of business. He couldn't make it last.
Well, it's not to say I don't want to diss the newer foods and stuff, the new wave.
Yeah.
Because their food is, it's excellent. It's great.
Yeah.
But you got to learn how to, if you're going to be in this business, you got to learn how to survive in the business.
Yeah.
We're in our 77th year, and so, but you look at the top 10 vendors every year, I'll guarantee you'll see a corn on the cob.
Yep.
You'll see a donut.
Yep.
You'll see a cookie.
Yep.
You'll see a hot dog.
Yep.
You'll see a Pronto pup. Like the 7 of the top 10 are just basic, fair type
That you
foods.
get quickly.
Yeah, you can get quickly and move on. And another thing we do is we don't serve extremely large portions, not because we're trying to make money. It's no longer about the profit for us. It's about the people.
Right.
We want to keep the tradition going. But my dad always said, if you don't give them so much food that they're so full that they can't enjoy something else on the fair. So, he had a lot of really good ideas that worked.
Have you guys seen the fair become essentially a food fair?
Oh,
Is
yeah,
that a fair
definitely.
statement?
I think it's always
Absolutely.
been. If you look at the food and beverage sales of this fair, this is what we call, in the concession industry, this Minnesota State Fair is the mecca of food fairs. I can give you an idea. I've been to some other state fairs.
Right.
Their food and beverage totals might be 9, 10, 11, 12, maybe $1 million
Right.
in total gross food
Right.
and beverage.
Right.
Minnesota's 63 million.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Isn't that a
and-
63
yeah.
million total gross in food and beverage?
Well,
In 12 days.
yeah.
in 12
Yeah,
days.
everyone talks about this Texas State Fair. They don't have anything over
Why
us.
is that? We're not the biggest state. California's bigger. Texas is bigger. Florida.
And that's the $10,000 question. We're still wondering why that is after 7
Is it because we raised prices again this year? I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I'm joking.
Yeah. No,
I'm
I think it's the I think it's just Minnesotans. They're a unique
Traditional.
unique type of people, and they're very loyal. I mean, we thank God every day for our customers because we don't take anything for granted, and we still. This Pronto pup you're looking at right here,
Yep.
that was the exact same Pronto pup that was sold
Yeah.
in 1947.
Yeah.
Not a thing has changed.
The dog ain't that old. I mean, you got a
Well,
fresher
no,
dog.
right,
in there.
that's
Speaking of that, we make our own hot dogs. That's another
I didn't know
difference.
that.
Yeah. We make our own hot dogs for the fair.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah, so the hot dogs our customers are eating today,
Yep.
our Pronto pups, they were made yesterday.
I didn't know that.
You want to make more money? I've got a great idea.
Oh, boy.
Core charge on the sticks.
Oh, there you go.
Core charge. Bring them back, recycle them.
Oh, that's an interesting question. What does Pronto Pup spend a year on wood sticks?
Well, we don't buy any wood at all.
Well, how do you get the sticks?
That's bamboo.
Okay, bamboo.
no, we spend about $25,000 on bamboo sticks.
Isn't that something? Just on
Yeah.
the sticks.
Yeah.
Core charge.
Yeah.
A buck each.
Wow.
Yeah,
well, you can't reuse them, can you?
Why
You've had your
not?
slobbering
Why
mouth all-
not?
You've had your drooling mouth all over
I've
it.
been picking canker sores with it.
Roadkill beard you got on there. That thing's not. That can't touch.
All right,
anyone
wrap
else.
it up. We're done here.
You guys are great. Let's see you again. We'll talk
Yeah.
some more.
All right,
It was
thanks,
fun.
Joe.
It was
Thanks,
fun.
Joe.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
All right, bye.
Pronto pups are the king, man. They're the king. Thank you. Good to see you.
This family, Welter family, they're as nutty as ever when they get together, and they told me in the ads all they want to do is remind people that we've been here 4 generations and 100 years. Well, I'm going to go deeper than that, because what that means is they've changed with the times, with air conditioning units, with heating units. They've got all sorts of, what's the word? Experience is key when you're going to heat your home or cool your home. You know, the 90s are just around the corner. If you think you escaped summer with your rattling air conditioning unit, do me a favor and get in touch with Welter. Go to welterheating.com and say, I think this thing needs a little bit of work, or get your heater, your boiler, whatever the case may be, get it ready for winter with a little pre-winter tune-up. welterheating.com, huge fans of Garage Logic. Well, Garage Logic is huge fans of Welter Heating, Ray and Welter Heating. Remember, heat or cool your shelter with Ray and Welter at welterheating.com. Tell them the Rook sent you.
Thank you.
Yep. You're welcome.
I just need a quick minute here so I can have it. All right, you ready? Doris did text me and say that she might be a couple minutes after 1.
That's okay.
Hey, are my shirts done? Yeah, they're still waiting over there. Okay, got it.
Okay. No, I wasn't done with your besides the winter.
Oh. I think we're on.
I'll go buy them back.
All right, here we go.
Johnny, I'm going to do a liner again.
Sounds good.
Okay, here we go. Hey, become a town council member today. Get a free $10 Fratelloni's Hardware and Garden Stores gift card, along with other great benefits, and only during the state fair. You can enter the code word FAIR to get your first month's free.
Such. Fall starts tomorrow
Meteorological fall.
at 2:15 when we get on the bus to go back to the station.
Correct.
That's when fall starts.
You are correct, sir.
And thanks to Moon Motorsports in Monticello, they have all the brands for making the most out of the changing season, including this fall. Amazing selection of Polaris ATVs in stock right now. Best savings of the season on the Sportsman line of ATVs. You can save up to $750 on select Sportsmans right now. Get to the website, check them out, moonmotorsports.com. The family that loves riding the trail knows that fall is the best time to ride the trails with family and friend. The scenery, the weather, all of it comes together during the fall riding season. And for those of you hunting for the best selection of a used bike, Moon has many to choose from. The widest selection of brands. The website, a great place to start. They're all right there. And then head up to the Giant Coliseum in Monticello. They're on the south side of 94, 25 minutes west of the Twin Cities. Listen to this lineup: KTM, Husqvarna, Polaris, Can-Am, BMW, Triumph, Ducati, Yamaha, Honda, Skidoo. They've got it all. MoonMotorsports.com.
We have a development here at the Knack Hardware and Lounge that is taking us all aback. We're a little bit surprised. We have the experience at the microphone, known as Ingy, and you have with you experience a state rep.
Yes, I'd like to introduce State Representative Isaac Schultz.
Hi, Isaac.
From District 10B.
Where's 10B, Isaac? Why don't you take
Is Ingy your
I'll
interpreter?
get him here in a second, but he's here with his bride.
Ingy's going to run this.
Iggy's, yeah.
You know, the more you interrupt, the longer it's going to take.
Right.
Okay. This is Julia, kid I used to have.
Just a minute.
Wait.
What? Whoa.
Stop.
This cannot be your daughter.
Joe, you refer to your adult children as the kids you used to have.
Right.
I'm playing along with it, all right?
Well, but
yes, she is my daughter.
Oh.
Obviously adopted. Thank you. Obviously.
We've been getting that since day one.
Yeah.
I've
How
been
can
getting
this
that
be?
since day one.
She's normal.
Yeah.
Okay,
She looks normal. She's a very attractive young lady.
Can't you do something about your dad? Jeez.
Wait, hold on now. She was not only was Isaac's campaign manager.
Right.
You should have seen her marshaling the kids around at a parade. Anyway, and all the while planning their wedding. They were married in January.
Uh-huh.
So
Why in the hell are we talking to you?
Yeah, beat it.
I'm introducing, the star.
It's a long introduction.
Or the yeah. Anyway, take it away, Mr. and Representative and Mrs. Schultz.
All right. Isaac Schultz
Hello.
from 10B, and you're Julia.
Yes.
And it's there's just no end to the miracles of life.
Doesn't
I
It's
know,
make
right?
just this amazing situation.
What a country.
Just what a country is right.
I still remember one rainy fair where we always had to stop at the Garage Logic booth, and I think that was the first time I had coffee because it was so cold that day, and that's all we could drink, but we had to sit through Garage Logic, so
Right.
I always remember. Always remember.
I mean, you
so.
can speak and everything.
That's right. I
It's-
know,
it's
right?
amazing.
It's amazing.
He knows English.
Yeah, and my husband's also an auctioneer, so.
Oh,
I
really?
know, I know.
Nice.
This is very rare. I usually try and it's like a party trick, so he gets a little shy. But if you clap loud enough, he might auction something off. for
Oh,
you.
let's do it.
Oh, we'll have
Clap
something.
loud enough.
I didn't
Could
know that would
you,
be quite the crowd favorite.
Webbs, bring me out a shirt. We're gonna have this guy auction off a shirt.
Kenny,
Please.
just take yours off.
See, I was thinking we'd sell the Garage Logic booth.
Wait.
Last weekend we had a real estate auction, and this is some pretty prime real estate. And compared to a lot
It
of
is.
farmland in rural Minnesota, this is really prime. So
Isaac, where's 10B?
10B is in central Minnesota. I have Foley, Malacca, Rice, Royalton, and the surrounding exceptionally rural communities in
Right.
central Minnesota.
Royalton, home of what former Viking Hall of Famer?
Well, Royalton was the home of the Bobicks.
He
the
played for
fighters.
Miami, and he played center.
Yeah, what's
Jim Langer.
Jim Langer, thank you.
Bingo!
Yep.
Well done.
Yeah.
Very good.
Politically, how doomed is this state?
Well, the people need to take their government back.
Well, how? They're not acting to do so.
You're right. Well, we just need more people to vote. Frankly, the question and the very serious nature around election integrity, it's real, but the answer and the solution to the challenges that we face is for more people to vote here
Right.
in Minnesota. Plenty
Right.
of people, especially on the right side of the aisle, have just felt more or less disenfranchised, and we need them to vote.
Right.
Even if they question the results, we need more Republicans to vote to change the direction of this state.
Well, I couldn't agree more, obviously, because the direction has to be changed or the state's not. This fair won't be here. It's that bad.
Right. We need more people coming to Minnesota. I'm glad to see that there's some who've come from states far away to enjoy this great Minnesota get-together. But let's realize that there could have been a lot more money back in your pockets
Right.
following this legislative session. To the tune of up to nearly $6,000 could have
Yeah.
been back in the pockets of income taxpayers here in Minnesota.
Thanks,
And what'd you get? Some of you may have received $260.
Not
That's
yet.
not the way that
Not
Minnesota
yet.
should be
Still
operating.
waiting.
Look, there's a shirt. You should auction that off.
You have to come hold it though, because when you're auctioning something, you need
Yeah,
somebody.
Julia, you come and hold
Come grab
this.
this, Julia.
Where do you guys live?
We live
Oh,
outside
Uppsala.
of Uppsala,
I
Minnesota.
know Uppsala well.
All right.
Okay, so now I want you to do like all you farm auction guys do.
Yeah.
This shirt may be worth, what's that sell for? 10, 12 bucks, something like that, Bernie? What is it? $25. Start the bidding at $1,000. No, Joe. This is how it works.
You're not be able to read your
Joe,
room very well.
Joe, shut up. This is how they work. This is how you serve the client. You start the bidding way, way high,
I think I'm working for the seller today.
and then you bring it back down and have a reasonable auction. So go
You
ahead.
got it. How many dollars on them right there? Who's got $1,000? $1,000 on them right there. David, get 1,000. Who's got a dollar bid? Let's go. $1. A dollar and a two, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6 on them. David, get $7. At 6, would get $7 on them. But David, get 6 and 7. Come on, anywhere in the room. 7, 8, 9, 10, $15. At 10, get 15. Now $20 on them. Right, David, get 20. And now $25 on them. David, get 25. And now 30. At 25, to get $30 on them. Right, David, get 30. Engie, it's your turn. 30. Now 35. At 30, now 35. To get 35 here. Now 35. At 30 bid. Now 35. To get $35 on them, David, to get 35.
Ingy's
Sold!
bidding against
$30
himself.
Ingy's way!
Hey.
Engie just bought a $25 T-shirt. He could walk around the corner and get for $35.
Those are some of the most tight-fisted garage logicians I've ever seen.
That was awesome.
Not a hand went up.
That was awesome.
Not a hand went up.
They were waiting.
Sandy Irish
We've got to
is down
teach them
there.
a little
She's
bit
an
more about
award
the
winner.
auction
Not a
business.
hand moved. Not what about this high so they wouldn't see you?
Joe, you obviously don't go to a lot of auctions.
Of course I don't. I live in the sustainable
We-
urban core.
Out in the country.
I don't go look at tractors.
Listen, hater, look at me. Look at me.
So the truth of the matter, for all of your listeners and for those of you here today, the auction method is actually the one that can help you land a home here in the Twin Cities today. So many people of my generation are trying to buy a home here, and ultimately they're having a ton of trouble because there's 5 or 10 or 25 people bidding on one property, and it's whoever gets the highest. Well, the truth of the matter is it's not just the highest. You know, the seller gets to choose. An auction is the most transparent way
It
of doing
is.
business,
It is.
and that's the way to go.
All right,
But
thank you.
Like what I was trying to tell you is we bid like this.
Oh, you do the up nod?
That's a bid
Yeah.
right there. Yeah.
So it's Eric Schultz?
Isaac Schultz.
I'm sorry, Isaac and Julia Schultz. You wouldn't have kept your last name. You know, and you're really Ingy's daughter.
She
what
is.
the hell's going
I think
on
we
in
should
this
get
world?
can we get that
Are there
test?
siblings? Do you have siblings?
One
Another
sister.
sister?
One sister who lives in Indiana.
Can we get her back here to look at her?
Her name is Emily.
Really?
You
Oh,
approve.
I approve of that. That's fantastic. We approve of Julia and Isaac. Now, you're two newly married. You have no kids.
No kids, not
No
yet.
kids. Is that on the horizon, maybe?
At some point, yes.
Oh, okay. Wonderful.
Do you have the family?
What a grandfather the experience will make,
Oh,
huh?
I know.
You
I
do
know.
have-
He was shooting fireworks off the dock at our lake this 4th of July, so they'll have fun.
Great.
Point of information, I do have two granddaughters, Piper.
Well,
and
Piper
Maggie.
gets foghorned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's all right.
What's the other one?
Magdalene, but we call her Maggie.
That's fine. That doesn't get foghorned.
Ingy, you've got to get those to the family baby making quilt. Let's get things going here.
Wow.
Well, very nice of you,
I'm all
Isaac
ready
and
for it.
Julia, to drop by. We're stunned. We're shocked.
I do love the fact that Ingy has no problem knocking her out of the way so he can get back to the microphone.
right.
You know,
That has been my entire childhood and most of my adult life, so I'm used to it.
you're used to it. Okay, you're a good sport. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
One more quick thing.
Oh, boy.
No. In 2005, Julia read the bottom of the hour news right on this stage.
Really?
Huh.
Yeah.
What was I
A
doing?
different show. It was 8 to 10 p.m. Chris Crock.
Oh,
Remember him?
Chris
Mom
Crock,
must be a
sure.
looker, Ingy, because she didn't get these looks from you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But my wit and,
Yeah.
humor and...
I don't think you'll ever catch her in a mirror ball hat.
No.
Right? All right.
She'll wear something more genuine.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Nice
Joe,
to see you.
you mentioned Sandy, and
Sandy's down
yep,
there,
Sandy
yeah.
Irish.
What do you want me to do? What are they? Oh, this is Sandy's work that won the
My wife was at the state fair
won a
yesterday,
variety of awards.
and she walked around and she saw all the blue ribbons on your piece, and she was so impressed. She took a couple pictures.
That's a nice piece. That's the one you were talking about, isn't it? Yep. This won awards from even outside the fairgrounds, right? Yeah, it won all kinds of
What
stuff.
Very
are you
nice
talking
piece.
about?
What
are
a
you guys
piece she
talking
did.
about? Oh.
Is that sea dart? That's not sea dart. It's knitting. Needlepoint. Needlepoint.
And it's for sale, right?
Everything's for sale. Yeah.
$800.
Here, hand that back to Rook.
Let's have him auction it off.
Not with Gumption County
Starting at
residents.
$1.
They're
$1.
saving their money for food, I think. Say, I want to tell you something.
What's that, Joe?
Something very important. I am a 30-year-old garage logician, and I drive truck. You didn't
Nice.
say a truck.
Nice.
I drive truck. If you wish to know, I haul hot asphalt oil.
Hot mix.
I made a delivery yesterday in Burnett County, Wisconsin, and on my way back to the shop, I made a pit stop in Forest Lake at Grunhofer's. I bought their chicken Alfredo chicken sticks, jalapeno cheddar beef sticks, maple bacon beef sticks, some smoked bacon, rookie burgers, beer bacon, cheese curd brats, and peanut butter and jelly brats. I was pleased to see all the different flavors of brats I've been hearing about on GL over the past 3 years I've been listening, and looking forward to my next visit. But I do need to know if the Rookie Burger is named after Rookie himself. Yes, it is.
Haven't received a dime.
Yeah, yes, it is.
But they're the best burgers out there.
I asked the clerk at the store, and he told me that has not been confirmed. I bought them anyway, hoping they were. If so, is there a reason or story? No, I just think that the Rookie Burgers got called Rookie Burgers because you're a famous
it's
eater.
It's his recipe.
It was my recipe.
Yeah.
It was it's a higher cut
Yeah.
with brisket, regular ground beef, and what's the third one?
Pork. Something pork.
No.
Right?
No, it's not pork. It is
Chuck roast.
It's I can't think now.
Well, that's a horse of a different color.
Sirloin. Is it sirloin?
Yeah.
Might be sirloin.
Bacon.
Sirloin.
No, it's not bacon.
You invented it, but you don't remember.
Short rib.
Short rib.
Well, this is
Brisket.
from
Yeah, that's what it is. Thanks, Mike.
Hamburger and like some
this is
stuff.
from Colin. Love the show, the weekly scramble, and the news from the Krabby Coffee Shop. Keep pushing back. Thank you. Another satisfied customer of Grunhofer's Old Fashioned Meats in Hugo's, the original location on Highway 61, just north of Hugo. Colin went to the Forest Lake location on 97, just east of 35, and soon to be a store in the White Bear Lake area. We don't have the precise details yet, but soon to be a third Grunhofer's Old Fashioned Meats. Call them. I don't have the number in front of me. You can call them when you want to place orders for a big NFL Sunday. Whatever you want, Grunhofer's Old Fashioned Meat is the place to go. And you can find out more at Grunhofer's Old Fashioned Meats. Well, Worky's going to get me the number, isn't he?
I am looking for it right now.
I got it here somewhere. Spencer knows that I got the number. But
I
I
got
got so many papers at the State Fair that it's hard to come up with numbers on an instant basis. But trust me, Grunhofer's Old Fashioned Meats for the best.
651.
Here we go.
426-2800.
That's it. 651-426-2800. Put an order together. Give a little lead time. Put an order together and pick it up for your weekend grill.
Featured today on the Instagram, garlic cheese curds bratwurst.
All right, sounds good to me.
Garlic cheese curds bratwurst.
Grunhofer's.
Man, after talking about food that entire time, I'm thirsty, so I'm going to take a swig of my water bottle, courtesy of my friends at Hofferman Water and Connecticut. Listen, if you're in the market for maybe a new drinking water system or a water softener because you've got bad water like I had, you know what? Hofferman's the place to go. They're going to take care of you and your family, and you will become a customer for life like I have become. You know, I did. I started as a customer, and then all of a sudden Jim came to my house and said, "Are you the guy on GL?" I said, "Yeah, that's me." So I am a customer for life, and I'm so glad that I made the switch to Connecticut and Hofferman. I know that you will be too. So get on the schedule today, 952-894-4040. That's their phone number. Have them come out for that free water analysis. You can also visit their website, which is, of course, HoffermanWater.com. I'm telling you, once you get that new system from Connecticut and Hofferman, your showers are better. So is your drinking water and everything else. Hofferman Water has been proudly serving the state of Minnesota for over 50 years. Please tell them that you heard about them here on the Garage Logic podcast. Ruck.
I can't get a name for that thing. My car.
Okay. She said she was going to be a little bit late, but yes. So we're going to still have to do 2 segments anyway, gentlemen. You ready?
Got it. And I got to do a map first, bro. Or an ad.
Rolling.
How'd you like to go on a nice, wonderful trip to
Boy,
Croatia?
Right now, I sure would.
I would take off right now. I'll tell you right now that Escape With Us Vacations is leading a tour next July from the 14th to the 21st, and escapewithusvacations.com. I see 2 people in the crowd that are on that trip, that have booked that trip. I will be on that trip, and I can't wait for it. If you want to learn more, go to escapewithusvacations.com. My 2 sisters, Teresa and Maria, they run a travel agency, and side note, don't book by yourself. Use a travel agency. It's cheap insurance because there's so much can go wrong. I don't care if you're going to Croatia or if you're going to Milwaukee. Travel agents have relationships that they can get things done. That's your cheap insurance. So, Escape With Us Vacations. Go online to escapewithusvacations.com. Click on the button for Croatia, and then you will see the list of ports and every place we're going. The whole cost is right there. It's going to be a blast, and they've got 2 ships. The Adriatic King is full, and now they're booking the second ship, the Adriatic Queen. So let's fill that one up, too. Go to escapewithusvacations.com and tell them you want to go to Croatia.
All right.
I'm not talking.
Are we ready?
Doris is not here.
Doris said she'd be a couple minutes late.
All right, we're fine then.
So we
Let's
can go to Johnny if you'd like.
Yeah, we're gonna do. Let's play a song, John.
Okay.
We have to have a bump.
A bump.
Let's
I got to do a liner.
Bump.
You ready?
Oh, I thought we were on already.
Nope.
Oh, let's go. Let's go here.
Let's go here.
Hey, some of you in the crowd are showing off your Such on a Stick. Thanks to the official Pronto Pup vendor of the Minnesota State Fair for helping us bring those to you. Check out your Such on a Stick for all their Minnesota State Fair locations.
Why are you in slow motion?
That's not slow motion.
That's the way it is.
That's,
Yeah.
you know, the song. Remember, it's a song we can't play. So
Just relax, Popeye. Everything's going to be okay. Special thanks to Courtyard by Marriott in Roseville, Minneapolis, St. Paul, Roseville, for providing lodging to GL during the State Fair. You know what I did in my hotel yesterday afternoon? You're not going to believe this. I did laundry at this hotel.
Wow.
Yeah, they have. It only cost me $4.
First time this month, huh?
Was it the one where you put it too much soap and there's bubbles everywhere?
You know what I used for the first time ever? Tide Pods. Those things taste great. Anyway, $5 million renovation with the brand new lobby, sleek rooms. The perfect getaway for your stay here in the Twin Cities. They're just off 35W in Roseville, close to everything. U of M, the National Sports Center, Huntington Bank Stadium, XL, Rosedale Mall, Target Field. You can get there from there. You can get here from there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the amenities, things what we need. You know, comfy desk, awesome bed, great pillows, huge TV that's easy to navigate. That's what matters after all. And voted by guests as a TripAdvisor Certificate of Excellence Award winner, the Courtyard by Marriott, just a few short miles from downtown Minneapolis, Center Point Drive, just off 35W in Roseville.
Here's John Haidt in his State Fair newsroom.
Thank you, Joe. We haven't read a lot of news this year.
We
have
haven't
at
had
the
a lot
fair?
of news, but I think it's important today.
Sure.
The hurricane did not do as much damage as was anticipated.
Yeah, I don't have that
which
news.
is good news.
I don't have that story.
Prior to Johnny Haidt.
That's why I said it, I guess.
Thanks.
I did just sign a map for these wonderful people over here, and we want to remind you that these maps 30th anniversary editions are available around the corner in the talk shop, and proceeds from these are going to benefit my charity, Second Stork. Hubbard Broadcasting has been very generous. So you're pretty much getting a souvenir, and you're helping some people that really. I just got a note today from Second Stork that one of the social workers sent a thing out saying this mom didn't have a crib. They only had a recycling basket for the baby to sleep in.
What's wrong with that?
We don't. That's a big no-no. Big no-no. And that's part of what Second Stork does is the social worker makes the decision as to whether or not she needs to go to the closet to get them a playpen or a crib. So you're helping out by buying a map. Thank you
Matthew,
very much.
is that Asshat Mary's map? Yes. Yeah, I think I already signed
John
it.
Heights in the newsroom.
Before we do that, there are also people on social media saying, will you have them this weekend even though you're not doing the show? Yes, they will have them in the talk shop this weekend.
All through Labor Day.
Yep,
Through Labor Day.
Through Labor Day. You'll be able to buy one if you want one. All right, in news, well, our news starts with sports, actually. The Gopher football team gets things underway tonight against the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Sold-out game at Huntington Bank Stadium.
Should be right there in a combined stadium, but it's too late.
Home opener starts. You got a pretty good record with stadiums, don't you?
I really have failed every time.
Yeah, well, what are
Can
you
you
going to do?
imagine what a cluster it would be, though, Joe?
It'd be wonderful. It'd be fun.
Oh, my goodness.
The home opener marks the start of the Gophers' 140th season.
Although knowing the Vikings as I do, they demand a cut of the fair.
Probably.
True.
Yeah.
Fans are encouraged tonight to wear gold to the sold-out, gold-out game. Get it? Sold-out, gold-out, 7 o'clock game time.
Speaking of Nebraska, did you guys see the footage of the volleyball game at
Yes.
Memorial Stadium?
99,000 people.
92.
Well,
92,003.
I was close.
Are you kidding me?
That was really cool to see.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Just largest sporting event, women's sporting event ever.
Why? Why did they draw so much?
Just to say they did.
Just to say, yeah, basically, yep.
I gotcha.
It was pretty cool.
The Gophers went 9-4 last year, if you've forgotten, reaching the 9-win mark for the
I have forgotten.
third time in 4 years under P.J. Fleck. At the fair tonight, it's Seniors Day again. We have 2 Seniors Days this year.
Really?
Yeah. Seniors Day, $13 admission for those 65 and older. Today's theme, if you're wondering, is You Care Stretch and Stroll Day at Dan Patch Park.
Stretch and
Right.
stroll.
Okay.
Right
Who's
behind us
playing
there.
in the grandstand tonight?
Tonight at the grandstand.
Duran.
Duran, yes, but even better, the opener, Nile Rodgers and
Nile
Chic.
Rodgers.
I have seen that conglomeration, and it's wonderful. They do all the songs that Nile has produced through the years for various artists.
Wow.
The Vaughn brothers, David Bowie, and he has obviously
Oh,
a
cool.
Cracker Jack.
How many GLers in the audience were here last night for Young Gravy?
I was not.
No,
I was here for Young Gravy.
It got a bad review.
Yeah, well, I'm shocked.
What? I don't know your notes, but my notes say that it's actually Windshield Liquor Thursday.
It is?
Really? And
Windshield
it says
Liquor
here,
Thursday.
bring the kids or the elderly grandparents to the windshield licking booth on the Midway, where they have all sorts of fun things to lick that will keep them busy for hours while you relax in the liquor garden. Windshield licking. It's not just for kids. John, do you have a song?
I'm just checking for how many kids are out in the audience. Let's
Nah.
see. If your wife's a windshield licker, please don't let the carnies dicker at the fair.
Now, I have a guitar request.
Sorry.
clever.
Sorry, everybody.
I have a guitar request.
Yeah.
You mentioned Nigel Rodgers.
I did.
Play a famous riff by
Well,
Nile.
I don't know any,
no,
but he's
it-
noted
people
for.
will instantly recognize it.
Well, I don't know any of his songs. Why isn't my guitar working now?
I didn't touch it. I
What
didn't
did
break
you
it.
do, Joe? I'm
I didn't
blaming
break
Joe.
It.
I gotta blame. There we go.
There we go.
But he's noted mostly for that little chic lick. He also, Diana Ross, "I'm Coming Out" has kind of the same lick.
Well,
It's
there's
a, it's a funk kind of thing, a chunk
That's what I was
thing.
talking about.
I'm coming out.
I think it'd be fun to see him tonight.
It's a
unfortunately,
wonderful
you'd have to
show.
Stay at the fair to do that.
I saw that same conglomeration open for Earth, Wind, and Fire a few years ago, and it was
Yeah.
very, very, very
All right,
good.
very
So
nice. That's
I
good.
may want to take that in. You've already talked about this, the State Fair, the Space Tower.
Yeah, she's
forget it.
down. She's down.
You can't ride it anymore this year. It won't be opening for the rest of the fair. Officials say the ride requires special electronic equipment that won't get here in time before the fair closes on Monday. The ride's been a favorite at the fairgrounds since 1965. Is that the year you had?
1964, John.
64. Okay, since I thought.
Would that be a supply chain problem, do you think?
I don't know, or perhaps
It's a backup, huh?
Probably an Italian part.
Who makes those parts for
Probably
the
the
space
Chinese
towers?
commies.
I bet there's a GLer on the grounds that could fix that thing up right away.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Yep, probably. Smoking at city-controlled public places in St. Paul would be banned if a new ordinance passes, which targets tobacco, hemp, and cannabis use.
This whole weed thing amuses the hell out of me.
He got weed.
He got weed.
It's the same people that bitched and moaned if you had a cigarette, and now they're trying to accommodate you if you got weed.
Such, did you know we made the state, being we, made $500,000 in August?
I know, and that's just getting going.
Yeah,
That's
even
amazing.
started.
And we're not going to see one red cent of it.
No, you won't, Rook. That's right.
So keep reefer up, I guess. Reefer up.
Get the dope.
Reefer up.
Get the dope.
Reefer up?
A lot of people are on the dope. A lot of people are on the dope. That's what that 500 grand means.
My sources inform me that come after the hours of 6 o'clock.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
It's palpable. Very palpable out here at the Minnesota State Fair.
Damn, the preacher man.
Pusher man. Not preacher man, yeah. Anyway, this law would prohibit smoking in all areas within the city's boundaries that are owned, leased, managed, rented, contracted, or otherwise controlled by the city of St. Paul. City Council President Amy Brendmoen said recreational marijuana became legal in August 1st, and she says, I think many of us welcome that change and the decriminalization, but one of our...
Just don't smoke it here.
Just don't light up.
Yeah.
It's a giant windmilling situation.
Well, Such, I think it does. What fun is it to smoke weed openly? That takes all the fun out of it.
I don't know.
You got to sneak out behind the shed.
Yeah. Got to go in a closed garage.
Yeah, that's what makes it fun. Hot box.
Hot boxing, yeah.
It was always a basement with a stereo when I was growing up.
Right, Pink Floyd poster.
Now, Queen. We used to listen to the Queen
Some
album.
incense.
Night at the Opera. Got some weird separation
Well, I
there,
bet that
man.
was
One
fun.
night, when I was living in St. Paul,
I don't want to hear this
Here we
story.
go.
I
It's
left
too long.
He's
the
got
Ford,
a weed story.
The
Let's hear
Ford
it.
Taurus, we left it unlocked by accident. Went out there to take Gabe or somebody to school the next day. Hopped in that thing, and I went, whoa!
Full of
Somebody
weed.
had hotboxed
That was-
overnight, and it was
That was probably Sophia.
probably, I probably bet Sophia probably snuck out there at night.
The ordinance would restrict, smoking and vaping, but not the use of other cannabis products. The goal is to reduce exposure to secondhand smoke, as you said earlier, Joe. in
So
public places.
gummies, you can chew all the gummies you want, Joe. You should be relieved.
Yeah,
I don't
we'd be
want
happy with
any.
that.
Gummy Bear Park.
Nope.
Looks like we have another question from the audience.
Oh, there's
Yes, sir.
Hi, gentlemen. It's a pleasure meeting you, I
Yes,
think.
sir.
I was in contact with you, Joe, regarding a barn find car that I located for you.
We should show
I've
that
got-
picture to Kenny.
Well, I got it set aside for you, and you won't return my phone call, so you're making me come to the fair to hunt you down for
What
this
is it?
thing.
Well,
Like a bounty
I
hunter.
want to know who I got to collect for.
I don't
this
want
car.
the car. I don't
Well,
want the car.
What is it?
We don't know.
We don't know.
Seriously,
That's
it's
the
very
problem. But he
interesting.
said it could be the gold nugget.
We don't know the car. Can you blow it up enough that we can get that name?
Can I
on
blow
the,
it up? You can do anything you want with it, Joe,
on
but
the
I need
radiator?
to get paid for this
You're
thing.
messing with the bounty hunter,
I'm
I
not
think.
paying you a cent.
Come on
I
up
don't
here.
want this car. I
Come
just
up
want to
here.
know what it is.
I'm pretty sure he wants it.
No, I do not want this car.
Did you
but
buy
it's
it for him?
interesting. No, he saw this in Wisconsin on the side of the road, and we don't know what it is.
Isn't that that's a Jeep?
No, it's not a Jeep. It's not a Jeep. I'm sorry the show got distracted. You have to leave now, sir. You have to go
No,
away.
have a seat.
You have to go away.
How much do you have to spend on this, Such? I'm thinking 20.
I don't want the car. We don't know.
Is that it? $3,500. It's a Jeep Commander with
It's not a Jeep. It's not a Jeep. It's Italian, we think.
Are you sure
Okay.
it's not a kit car?
Thank you, sir. Thank
Joe,
you, sir.
it's worth
nice
at least
to see you.
$5,000. Yeah, buy that for Joe.
Checks in the mail.
I don't want the car. Thank
that
you for
bought.
coming to the fair, sir.
Get
Thank
that
you
bought
very
for
much.
Joe. Thank you.
Don't fall down.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, good luck to you. You ain't getting any money
Hey,
from me.
We'll
Stick
get you
around.
paid.
I'll give you his address after the show.
We'll get you paid.
Okay, yeah,
Don't worry
he's over
about
there
it.
on Main.
Over on Main.
Believe me, he can afford it.
I said I'd help you identify it. I didn't say I'd buy it.
Well,
I don't want it.
You're the new
you're locked
owner.
in, I think.
You are the lucky new owner.
Congratulations.
How are you going to title
Joe.
that one? Collector plates?
It's not a car for me. We don't know what it is, even.
That's a mystery.
Yeah. It's a mystery. It's a mystery car.
Yes, it is.
Here we go, Johnny.
And finally, in this very abbreviated
Is this
newscast,
the final news item?
This is the final
Because
news
I got
item
more
I have.
signs of a bad winter.
Oh,
Stretch
boy.
it out,
Yeah, I
John.
thought
I
maybe
wish-
that people would like to hear
Really
that.
wish now I'd have brought more
Stretch
news.
her out, John. Stretch
More
her.
as more and more law enforcement agencies end their school resource officer programs over concerns from a law change. Republicans here in Minnesota now want a special session in order to propose a solution. Minnesota House and Senate Republican lawmakers joined by local police and school leaders yesterday to discuss the impact of the law change and what a fix would look like. That proposal, authored by Senator Zach Duckworth, a Republican from Lakeville, is simply a repeal of the law passed this spring, which they said would revert back to the original language in the statute. Duckworth says he did reach out to DFL lawmakers, and he did get some support from Senator John Hoffman, who is a DFLer from Champlin. And I think yesterday I thought I saw another school district said, nah, we're pulling the officers out.
That's probably a really
there's
good idea.
A lot of them that have.
Probably
Would I
really
be
good
would
idea.
I be in hot water? And this is very serious because I don't know the sensitivity aspects of this. If I said I saw a woman in the audience who looks like what I bet Marjorie Johnson looked like as a very young woman,
Point her out. I want to see her.
I don't think that would be.
I'm looking at you, dear, right here. No, you have a
Right.
checkered shirt on.
Yeah.
Right
right
there,
here.
right
I'm
there.
looking at you. Yes. I mean that only in the kindest way. You're lovely, and I bet Marjorie looked like you when Marjorie was what your age? What are you, about 25?
You're about 32, right? Yeah.
Doesn't
you
that
bake?
look like Marjorie?
Do you
does.
bake?
It does, yes.
You bake? No, very poorly. Okay, I got it.
See, am I correct? Doesn't she
Yeah,
look
I,
like Marjorie?
I agree
Yes.
completely.
Yeah.
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 Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Do you want to buy a car?
You want-
I got a guy you can talk to right here.
If we ever eventually lose Marjorie, which I don't like to talk about, she could come in and just fill in.
No,
for her
she
on the-
doesn't bake. She doesn't
Okay,
bake.
okay, you're out. You're out. Sorry.
I don't want that car, but if I did,
Yes.
You'd have a place
Yes.
to park it.
I'd have to put it in the garage.
That's right.
Oh,
and
you gotta get it.
I'd be using my family store. I got a guy, but it's a whole family.
Right.
Precision garage door of the Twin Cities. We're getting great emails from people who have used them and have been entirely satisfied and have enjoyed the service. They take care of the metro and western Wisconsin. Among the guys you need as a homeowner is a garage guy. Invaluable. It's got to be the same guy. It's got to get to be a guy, in this case the family, that knows your garage. They'll take care of the springs and the rollers and the opener, and if you need a door, they can get you a door. They can be reached 24/7. They're available on weekends. They don't charge more for weekends. But give them a heads up. Get a hold of them on the website, and you can get an appointment with Precision Garage Door of the Twin Cities. And you might want to have a tune-up like I do before winter. You don't want to come out there on a 10 below morning and find that you have to manually lift that heavy garage door. They fix garage doors correctly, and to get help online immediately, go to precisiondoormn.com.
I made the switch a couple of months ago, and I think you'll be happy if you decide to as well. I'm talking about North American Banking Company. I got tired of my big bank, and they get it. They understand that there's no shortage of banking options here in the Twin Cities. And that's what makes North American Banking Company great. You know, you see, they offer the same online and also mobile banking options as the other big banks, but with the unparalleled service of a community bank. And they're locally owned and operated. And here's why that's big. That's because loan decisions are made right here in the Twin Cities. So this helps business owners solve problems quickly and expand their business with confidence. When North American Banking Company first opened back in 1998, they made a promise to deliver a better banking experience for their customers where you know your banker and they know you. And while a lot has changed since then, this commitment to being a true community bank in the Twin Cities, that has not. So when your business is looking to capitalize on an opportunity or to solve a problem, then turn to my friends and the experts at North American Banking Company. You can find them online today. Go to nabankco.com. That's nabankco.com. That's their website. Check around and see what the difference is. North American Banking Company member FDIC is an equal housing lender.
Shirley.
Rolling in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, we better start over, huh?
Oh man, that guitar music makes me want to eat pizza. You know what I did last night? I woke up this morning. No, I'm kidding. Last night, coming home, I had a craving for carbonis. So I called my Inver Grove Heights guy, and they made a double sausage, a hot turkey, salami, and ham hoagie, and a small personal Euro pizza for my wife, little 7-incher. It was to die for. It was so good that, you know, when you eat pizza and it's so hot, you know you're going to burn your mouth, but you still do it anyway because it's so damn good. That's what you get with Carboni's Pizza. Carboni's in Inver Grove Heights, Carboni's in Eagan, and Carboni's on East 7th Street in St. Paul. The freshest ingredients, great people, family-run businesses. Since about 1954, Carboni's has been a household name in the city of St. Paul, Minneapolis, and surrounding communities, and that continues today with the Carboni's, Inver Grove Heights, Eagan, and East 7th Street. Ask for the Pizza, and you will never be the same. Carboni's, Inver Grove Heights, Eagan, and East 7th Street.
We have a llama walking down the street. Only at the Minnesota State Fair could you see a llama.
There's a pair
walking down the sidewalk. Now I've lost sight of them.
They're right there, Joe.
Right by the tree.
Doris is MIA right now,
I'm
so
very worried about that. I hope she's okay.
She usually responds.
Doris has never missed a show.
Well,
could
we might need some
could the animal keepers bring the llamas up, or maybe they weren't intended to visit us? Maybe they're going to a different.
They're coming to see us.
I was hoping for a cow today. You know why?
Why?
One of the signs of an early tough winter is abundant hair on a cow neck's nape.
Really?
Right. So I was going to look for the nape and see how that all worked out.
Are you going to go to the barn after to check them?
Yes.
Okay.
Cows. Look at these. I think llamas are neat looking.
They're cool.
I love to learn about these animals. Who's in charge of the llamas?
Come on up in the grass.
What I says to the llamas.
Says you got me now. Who's the head llama person here?
Well, these are the these.
I need a head llama person.
Don't be shy. We won't ask you hard questions.
How about Webb's right here? This gal in the blue T-shirt.
What is your name and where you're from?
You are.
What is your name and where you're from?
My name is Annie Reisinger, and I'm from Benton County.
All right, and this is your llama?
Yes.
And what's the llama's name?
This is Titan.
Titan. And how old is Titan?
He is 11 years old.
Okay, and he'll be eaten at some point?
Yes.
Okay.
No. No.
What's he good for then? What do you do with him? Throw a pack on him and head into the mountains?
No, they're mostly used for show nowadays.
Oh.
But we also use them for their fiber.
Oh.
Which we turn into twine and make into socks or hats and stuff.
How many llama do you have on your llama farm?
I actually rent from a person in my county, and she has 13 now, I think.
So you rent the llama?
Yes.
Is that by the hour?
You rent? You can rent the animal?
Yes.
I see.
That thing is giving me sexy eyes. What's going on with that thing?
Who's your young companion?
Hi, I'm Lan Pora, and I'm from Lyon County.
Hi. What's your llama's name?
This guy's Fitz.
Fitz.
Fitzy.
Hey,
Now,
Fitz.
is that your own llama?
No, he's leased.
No, I mean, do you lease him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are they smart?
I've heard of leasing
Are llamas
a car.
smart?
I've never leased a llama.
Are llamas smart?
It depends on the llama.
Okay.
How about this?
Kind of like up here.
Just like people, yeah.
Like the staff I have. Now, will you be showing this llama and hoping to win a ribbon?
Yeah.
When will that happen?
We're showing obstacles tonight at 5 and showmanship tomorrow morning at 10.
Obstacles. Nice.
Yeah.
What do you mean by
Obstacles?
obstacles? What does that mean?
We just take them through a little obstacle course.
Oh, boy.
wow.
I bet they're a very agile animal.
Mm-hmm.
Are they? That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Do you ride them?
No.
Can you give the mic back to the gal in the blue T-shirt, whose name is Lisa?
What?
What's your first name?
Annie.
Annie. I'm sorry, Annie.
Annie
Pretty
Lisa.
close.
Annie.
Pretty
Annie
close.
Lisa.
Annie. Annie, your rented animal that's in competition also
Yes.
for obstacle course?
Yes.
That's tonight.
Yes.
And then what about the showmanship?
He is also in that.
And what are the judges looking for?
In showmanship or obstacles?
Showmanship.
In showmanship, they're really looking for how well you show your llama and how well that llama reacts to them to you showing them.
I see. And do you like your chances?
Sort of.
Are there some pretty good llamas over there?
Yeah.
Tough competition this year.
Tough
It's
llama.
really hard, yeah.
Tough class this year.
A lot of high draft
Yeah.
picks.
Well, it's very kind of you to bring over the llamas, and we really appreciate it. And good luck to both of you.
Thank you.
They're a lovely
And when you
animal.
see Doris, make sure you let her know to text us so we know she's okay.
Do you know who Doris is?
No.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
They just happen to be going by.
Yeah. All right.
Uh-oh.
Let's get some help for the llamas to make their graceful
You know what,
exit.
Joe? You know what they say about that llama?
I don't.
Big hitter.
Yeah, the llama.
Yeah,
long.
big hitter.
Big hitter. Yeah.
There they go. Now they got.
I love
Nice
this
job,
guy.
ladies.
very-
Great job. They did a
very-
great job.
The second llama, he likes to lean into the young one.
Yeah.
He did the lean into her. I don't know if that's a comfort
good-looking,
thing or.
Oh, what was the gal in the blue? Her name was Annie, right?
Annie.
Yes.
She was
Yeah.
marveling at how dense you are. It
Yeah.
was so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, have you ever heard of a leased llama?
No, that's funny to me.
Okay.
Like you go down.
I mean, it's not a Dodge truck. No.
Joe, I can't-
It's like
Can't
you
do
go
the
down to the
show.
livery
Kick some
station,
tires.
get a llama for the day, and go out in the country.
Oh,
If
you
you
can
don't
do
like
that?
one, you can cut the leash short.
Yeah.
Right.
Bring this
Does
one
that mean
back.
at the end of the leash you have to buy it?
I don't know.
What's the buyout?
Yes, you're
I
trying
think
to
it
talk to
depends.
me.
Well, I think it depends on the mileage.
Okay. Anyway.
It was the timing. Timing.
still worried
I'm
about
smelling
Doris.
weed coming from the control room.
You want another sign of early winter?
No,
do
I
I?
do not.
Well, unfortunately, I've seen this.
Uh-oh.
An unusually plentiful acorn crop.
Yes, we are
there's
having
a
a good
ton
year.
of them. Yep.
Very much.
Yep.
And I have not seen muskrats digging in high riverbank burrows.
Oh, I have. Yeah,
Have you?
they're on it. They're on it.
You know what we call them? We call them bank rats.
Really?
Yep, bank rats.
Squirrels gathering nuts.
Yep.
Yep.
A lot of that.
Frequent
Who's
halos or rings around the
These.
sun and the moon.
Haven't noticed.
I noticed last night on the blue moon, no halos or rings around it. It was just a gift. It was a lovely, lovely sight. And GLers will be back to wrap up the fair tomorrow.
We will. An action-packed show full of surprises.
I'm sure it will be,
Yes.
just like today's was.
Thank you.
Yeah.
In fact, as you were talking, I just got a text from Doris.
Good. I hope she's fine.
I had said about 11 minutes ago.
Well, wait a minute. I got this day in history.
Yeah.
Yes?
Are you close by? And she said, yes, another event ran late. I'll be there in a few minutes. So the llama appearance was purely coincidental. Had nothing to do with Doris whatsoever.
And maybe the llamas.
Oh, wait, I see Doris here now.
Well, maybe the llamas had no intention of stopping here. They were on their way somewhere.
We pretty much accosted
And
them.
we waved them
Hey,
in.
Kid, come over here.
We
I
waved
just
them in.
spotted Doris, so
You did?
yeah.
Well, good. We can kick her out then.
Oh, no, she made an
No,
entry.
she's here.
Tomorrow we're going to be having a woman named Pam Tollefson. She's running for St. Paul City Council seat, and she has a surprising thing to tell you about that. Doris, you're too late.
No,
We'll
get
see
her
you
a
later.
microphone.
No, be nice for once.
Well, she's Hall of Fame. She knows how to be handled.
She knows
Well,
how to
Joe,
be
I was at another event,
Have a seat.
and we have people out there that live next to the world's largest, tallest buildings that can't tell time and arrive late.
That's right.
And
That's right.
hence making me late for today's State Fair animal.
Doris,
still
we
made
had llamas.
Yes, that's what I had arranged. So yes.
Oh, that was you.
Yeah, of course. I haven't ever failed you.
No,
No, you haven't, but we just thought maybe we hijacked a couple of llamas.
Joe
on
was
the-
under the impression that you just walk llamas throughout the fair aimlessly and don't have a
And then if
destination.
you're lucky, you have them as a guest.
Yeah, waiting for some gig to come up. No, we just finished Celebrity Agri-Olympics butter carving.
Really?
And then the medal ceremony, and a few people turned up late, which then made me late. And
you're not happy, are you?
I'm
Which
not.
one are you?
Do I look happy?
No.
Doris,
No.
this will make you happy. The two spokeswomen that we had for the llamas did an excellent job of conveying everything.
The llama knowledge.
However,
But here's something you could have cleared up, Doris. They say they lease their llamas. They rent them.
Yeah.
Well, how the hell where do you go to the
Is
rental
there,
store?
is there a llama livery?
What-
that
what
we
Yeah,
go
yeah.
to?
There's kind of an A1 llama rental place. Yeah. No, through the 4-H program, youth that do not have animals at their place, they might be suburban kids or
Right.
kids that live out in the country but don't live on a farm. They do have a program where they lease animals from someone that does own animals, and through that lease agreement, the children are supposed to do certain things as far as help care for the llamas or the calves or
Sure.
whatever they're leasing, and learn about how to take care of the animal, how to
I see.
exhibit the animal.
That's fascinating. You can't lease a cow, can you?
Yes, you can. We have a lot
Wow.
of people that
Huh.
lease cattle, especially within kind of the outer ring of the Twin Cities. We have a
Right.
lot of youth that are leasing cattle.
And
So pretty much anything can be leased.
Just about any as far as
animal.
livestock.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I was going to
But-
say, Joe,
but-
I was letting you twist in the wind because my wife
Because
does lease her horse.
you know, if you look at, I mean, just take dairy farms for example. In the last 30 years, Minnesota has lost 87% of its dairy farms.
Jeez.
And so, if you want to continue to have people, young people, interested in it, you have to have lease programs and activities so they get that experience early on in life so they can decide whether they might want to entertain that profession as an adult.
So I have a question about that figure. Does that mean there's 85% less dairy cows?
No.
It's-
There are not 87% less dairy cows. It is, we've dropped by about 25% roughly in the number of dairy cows, but dairy cows have become more productive as far as milk production, so you don't need as many cows.
Right.
But farms have gotten larger as well. And so, whereas the average in 1991 was about 30 cows per farm in Minnesota, the average is now 235 farms.
Right.
And so we're seeing a dramatic shift, although half of the dairy farms in the state of Minnesota are 100 cows or under.
Oh, still at half.
Still,
okay.
half of them. But that means, of course, if you're going to have an average, that there's a few very big ones.
On both sides of that, of that number, yep.
Doris, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, I'm planning on being here as long as it doesn't get too toasty for the animals.
We'll be here and looking forward to seeing you as usual.
All right.
You're a Hall of Fame member. Doris Mold, our animal wrangler at the State Fair. Only because they come to us all the way from, their travels have become dizzying. The traveling linemen were in Boston yesterday. Today they're in Las Vegas.
What?
They were just in the North Atlantic.
Vegas? Oh.
Their travel is becoming dizzying, I said.
I see.
On this day.
Joe, today is the last day of August, August 31st.
On this day in
Oh, sorry. I
That's
thought
good.
Supposed to do it again.
On this day in 1823, Giacomo C. Beltrami reaches and names Lake Julia, which he incorrectly declared to be the source of the Mississippi River. I bet you his name is where we get Beltrami County. Becker, Beltrami, Benton, Big Stone, Blue Earth, and Brown are your B counties.
What are the county seats of those?
I have no idea.
Well, maybe if you tried a little harder, you'd learn that.
On this day,
Aug 31.
in 1929, usually you do it after on this day.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do it again.
On this day, I'm so easily amused.
Me
The
too.
Fauché Tower was dedicated in Minneapolis.
Wow.
On this
What
day,
year?
1929.
And who played the music?
Just in time for people to start jumping out of it. Wasn't 1929 the
Shortly
the
thereafter,
Great Leap?
Who provided the entertainment that
John
day?
Philip Sousa.
Congratulations.
And he wrote and performed a march for the occasion. Does anybody know Fauché's first name?
Freddie.
Wilbur.
Wilbur
Fauché threw a splendid grand opening party and a final display of extravagance before the 1929 stock market crash and subsequent economic depression that ruined him.
Yeah, that's right.
Ruined him.
Yep.
The sad note for Wilbur. That concludes this day in history.
We'll just end it on
That's
that.
very nice. Thank you, GLers, and we'll see you tomorrow here at the State Fair.
GLers, please do us a favor and subscribe to the Garage Logic YouTube channel because there we are posting daily content for your amusement. And as always, you can follow us along on all of our social media channels, which, of course, Patrick behind the scenes here has been doing a tremendous job of posting all of the State Fair content for you. So if you missed out being here in person, you can go check out all of the GL social media channels. It's all there for you. And I'm forgetting something, but that's okay. We'll see you tomorrow.